Jones Intercable presents the 3rd annual Wisconsin Karate Championships from St. Joseph High School in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Hi everyone, this is Larry Reitler along with Bill Shook in the 3rd annual classic. Bill, the weather has dampened maybe a little bit of the turnout here, but we're expecting a great event here today.
Well, we certainly hope so, Larry. Every year we seem to put on a tremendous event. It's the black belts that come out and do their thing for everybody, put on quite a show. Today we're going to see some of the best black belts from around the area. A lot of them coming from Illinois, a lot of them coming from Wisconsin, some coming from Ohio. There's quite a few, and I think you're going to be entertained as well as the crowd, and I'm looking forward to a tremendous event.
Now, Bill, this is the 3rd annual, and how did you get together? Who were some of the key people involved in really getting this started 3 years ago?
Well, the way it got started, Larry, was my school has been competing on a level called the Midwest Tournament Circuit, which is a series of tournaments that are thrown primarily in the Illinois area. And it's a combination of 30, 40 schools from around the 7-state area. And after we've been actually going on the circuit ourselves for a number of years, the director of the entire circuit said that he'd like to start coming more into Wisconsin. But he needed somebody who was active in the martial arts, somebody who was known in the martial arts, to be a part of throwing the tournament. And he asked, would you like to throw one in Wisconsin? He said, come up with a name, give it a title, a handle, whatever you want to call it, and then let's start throwing one there. And thus bore the Wisconsin Classic.
And hopefully it grows. Now your club, the Kenosha Karate Club, you won't just participate though in the Midwest. Will you travel throughout the nation if possible?
Absolutely. We'll travel to wherever the big tournaments are, so we can actually compete against the people who are. I mean, you can't constantly compete against the same people there. You got to go out and you got to see them new faces, and you have different people standing in front of you. We'll go to Ohio. We'll go to the Bluegrass Nationals. We'll go up to Minneapolis to the Diamond Nationals. Wherever it takes to go find the best competition.
And you're going to see some of the big names here today. Of course, one of the top females, Arlene Lemus.
Yeah, Arlene's here today, and Arlene's going to be out there, doing a lot of judging for us. But Arlene right now she's precluded from actually competing today because she is trying to get on the Olympic team, and because in this forum there are prizes and awards that go along with it, that because of amateur status, she's going to have to actually avoid the competition itself. But she's going to be here. In fact, she's going to talk with us later. She's looking forward to talking with you. She's heard a lot about you too, Larry.
Oh, that's great. And of course, we're also going to see Rick Rufus. Now, Rick won the World Championship the other night, and he's a little beat up, so he'll also be doing some judging here today. Yeah,
Rick called and said that he took quite a few shots to the elbow, and that's typical in full contact karate because all the kicks have to be above the waist. So traditionally, they're irritating joint areas with their kicks. But Larry said that he should be up here and do some judging and maybe sign a few autographs, and now he is the world middleweight champion at a very tender age too, Larry.
19 years old.
Yeah,
that's remarkable when you come to think about it. And looking over the field here today, as you see on your screen, you see many young competitors. We were discussing that you really don't see the adults here. The kids really make an event like this.
Well, the kids are resilient, Larry. You and I, we can go out there and we could probably do a little bit, but when we get hurt, it's a little bit harder to recover from the aches and the pains. These kids, it seems like they can recover at a moment's notice, and their enthusiasm is incredible. You're going to see some tremendous competitors here, Larry. Tremendous kids.
We're also going to be seeing forms, and that is going to be quite interesting.
I believe so. Forms are the basis of karate. Without forms, you might as well just take the word karate off your school and call it a street fighting club or a boxing club or something like that. Forms are what brings along the discipline, the honor, the respect, and from there you learn how to take care of yourself.
You're going to see a lot of karate here today from St. Joseph's High School. Right now, though, we're going to take a quick break and be back with just exactly how points are scored in a tournament such as this. We'll be back. We had an opportunity to go down to the Kenosha Karate Club, and Bill, along with Mike Lorbiter, one of his compadres down there had a chance to put together a little segment and showing you exactly how the points are scored in this tournament such as this. I think you'll find it very interesting and very helpful in watching this event. So right now we're going to go and we'll see that point scoring system.
Karate Club, and to help you better understand what is going on tonight as far as scoring systems, the do's and don'ts of full contact karate, we're going to bring in Bill Shook, who is running this tournament, and he is going to demonstrate to you some of the do's and don'ts and some of the equipment that is going to be involved in tonight's action. Bill, you want to come on in? Welcome. Of course, he's got all the gear on, and you're going to bring in your partner here, and I'm going to step out of the way, and you're going to be sparring with the guy who's a little bit bigger than you.
Well, we're going to be explaining what exactly you can do and you can't do in tournament competition. It's very important that everybody understands, so when they watch this, they know what happened.
Because you're going to see it now at such a fast pace that we're going to slow it down for you, so you can see exactly how the punches are being thrown, the kicks, the sweeps. And Bill, I'll let you go to work, and let's introduce your friend here.
Okay, he's one of my black belts, Mike Lorbiter, and he will be my what we call uki, which is a Japanese word for dummy. And so he's going to act as a dummy for me, and then I'm going to be his dummy. Maybe I'll be his dummy first. Okay to get started now?
Yeah, we'll get out of your way, and we'll let you go at it.
Okay, one of the first things in karate, in tournament competition, is what you can do, and that is you can score points. Scoring points works like this. The head is a target area. The top of the head, the side of the head. The throat is not a target area. The chest is a target area. The stomach is a target area. The groin is a target area. There are no joint techniques. These are your target areas. Also, you can score to the kidney area, back through here. These are the places that you are allowed to score points. Now, the ways you can score points are, number one, with what we call a front kick. A front kick is delivered. Mike will show you how this is done. He delivers a front kick in to the stomach area. That's worth 2 points under our circuit rules. The second way you can score as far as a kick is what we call a roundhouse kick. This kick comes from around the side, and it helps attack someone who has a very good guard. So when I'm standing here, he can come around the side and again score with the kick. 2 points are awarded for this particular maneuver. The other way you can score is what we call a side kick. A side kick is designed to go towards the rib area, towards the stomach area. It is thrown like this. Again, 2 points is awarded for this technique. Now, you can also score with your hands. Karate means empty hands. Kara means empty, te means hands. So we do use our hands, not just our feet. The first way you can score is what we call a back fist. The back of the fist is used to score a point. You can score it anywhere to the head area. Another way you can score a point is what we call a reverse punch. Boom, into here. Another form of a hand technique is what we call a ridge hand. You come around and score with the ridge portion of the hand near the wrist area. These are the basic techniques you can use to score points. One of the other ways you can score points is you can do what we call a sweep. Now, that isn't good enough. If I want to score, I have to either score with this or score with a kick. That's the way you score in karate.
All right, Bill, why don't we just keep going on here, and we're going to cover now. Those are the do's. That's how you score the points. Now, some of the things that you don't want to do. Now, can you be penalized with some of the things that you're going to do?
Yes, you can. You can receive warnings, and you can also receive penalty points. They will actually award points to the other person if you violate the rules. If you violate certain rules 2 times, you can be disqualified totally. Now, some of the things you do not want to do, you absolutely can't do, Larry, is you cannot draw blood, you cannot cause redness or discoloration, and you cannot knock out your opponent. That is forbidden. We're to use control. Although you're going to see some of the black belts that look like they're not using control, they actually are. Now, some of the other don'ts that we're involved in is when we sweep, you'll notice that I swept his front leg. What you can't do is if he gets his leg up real high, I can't come and sweep what they call the base leg. If I do that, they'll probably throw me out. Some of the other don'ts that happen a lot with some of the younger kids is you cannot attack joint areas. I can't attack here. I can't attack to the knee, can't attack to the elbows.
And that's for obvious reasons.
Yes, we're not out there to injure anybody. We're out there to show control, to show focus, and show that if we had to, we could use it. Another area you cannot strike to is the spine. The spine is off limits. You must stay away from it.
Okay, now those are the don'ts. Now we noticed all the equipment. I know it's got some names for it, like your gi and that. Let's run down real quick about all the protective gear that you wear.
Okay, one of the first things are the rules also do spell out what you can have and what you can't have as far as equipment. Some tournaments, they tell you that certain equipment is optional. Not in our tournaments. Our tournaments are run very, very safe. The first thing you have to have is you have to have foam-covered pads. You cannot have leather. Leather will cut. So you have to have a foam-covered hand pad. You have to have foam-covered feet pads. Now, the shin pad, as you can see here, this is optional. You don't have to wear it, but I highly suggest anybody that's training in the martial arts, wear your shin pads. A knot on the shin, Larry, is just about one of the worst things you can have as far as an injury. You must wear a groin cup. Groin cup is mandatory. You must have a mouthpiece. If you do not have all of these items, you cannot fight. You are not allowed to compete. The safety is number one. Very, very important.
And I think that's what you're going to see here tonight. Well, Bill, appreciate your time. We're going to let you guys go out a little bit and show us some sparring, and then we'll get on with the action.
Okay. Thanks, Larry. Good luck.
Well, I hope you found that as informative as we did. And it was a pleasure going out to the Kenosha Karate Club and seeing that. Right now, what you're seeing is some of the forms that are being covered here at the 3rd Annual Wisconsin Classic. And there's a very young competitor there.
Oh yeah, he's a little one, Larry. He's very small. We're over in the ring that we're looking at right now. We're looking at one of the premier kata players from Chicago area, Cynthia Thompson. And now we're focusing in some of the little kids, some of the real small ones. Up here, there's one of the little fellows from Larry Tankson's school. Larry Tankson's school is in Illinois. And you're going to see a very interesting little form. He's a little cutie, and you're going to see a lot of power, a lot of finesse, and a lot of style for a little guy.
Let's take a look.
He's in a very powerful form, doing a good form. It's hard to teach kids at this age, Larry. You watch the moves. They have to do these the same every single time. If they do it an hour from now, it's got to be the same. You can't change it. The retention level has to be there all the time. It's an exceptional and unusual child that can remember the forms like this. Primarily in the martial arts, you're going to find out that the requirements to be able to teach somebody like this, number one is retention. Retention ability and the attention span. If there's no attention span, they're not going to take the time to learn it if they can't retain the material. That was a very nice form. He should get pretty good scores for this.
We'll take a quick break and be back with more forms from the 3rd Annual Wisconsin Classic Karate Championships. Welcome back. We just watched a young man compete there, and this next girl that you will see is special interest to the Kenosha Karate Club.
Oh yeah, she's our little darling, Larry. This is Dana Morales. Dana started with us about a year ago or so, and when she came in, I told her ma, I said, I'm sorry, I just don't think she's going to make it. She's just too young, she's too small. And she fooled us all. She's been a national champion. She's got so many trophies now that her mom's trying to find a place to put them all. You're going to see a very disciplined young little girl. She defines all her forms. She's going to be she'll be performing a black belt form today.
And her mom says she knows katas just from off the top of her head. You give her one and she can do it without even thinking about it.
That's right. Look at the power. Power. She locks into her stances there.
This is an 8-year-old you're seeing right now, who her mom said used to be afraid of her own shadow.
See how she defines everything? She doesn't try and do it with such light speed so you can't tell what she's doing. She's showing the judges all her moves. An elbow there. She throws a round kick, series of round kicks, knife hands. She grabs her opponent, she brings him in, and kata is finished. She should get a good score in this, Larry. Let's watch and see what her scores are here. The center judge will tell everybody, all the rest of the judges, when it's time to show their scores. They are right now. She got 6-0, a 6-0, a 5-8, 5-8, 5-8. Now the high score and the low score is going to be thrown out, as just pretty much, I guess, the same way in gymnastic competition or most of the other swimming, whatever, where they throw the high and low out, and then they add the rest of them together. Now, at the end of the competition, of course, they'll decide who's going to be the winner. We're going to stay, I guess, with ring 3 for a minute until we see what's going on in some of these other rings. Another young fella here up in ring number 3's. You see, this is the little Pee-wees, mini Pee-wee division that we're in there, and these kids are pretty small.
Yeah,
but
they are.
These kids are going to be the future of the martial arts in their various areas. Some of them haven't been with it long, some of them have been with it for a long time. They're all talented kids. They really are very dedicated. It's a sport of little children these days. It's a sport of the little man there. We'd have a harder time. We're too big.
The kids seem to learn. They seem to learn quick, and when they, like you say, they can retain it and really stay into it, they become just tremendous students, I imagine.
Yeah, they do. They're so interested. They're so focused on what they're doing. They want to be so good at it, and the level of competition, even inside the various schools, is quite high. They all want to be very, very good, and they give it their all. See, now we're going to be awarding some of the different division winners here. We got a few more of the kids coming up, and you see another young fella here. This young fella is from Chicago, Illinois.
Watch a little bit more of the forms here. They have 8 rings here in the gym mapped out on the floor, and that's where you see the various competitions going on as far as age group.
And here's the
black
third
belt.
place winner over here, Larry. He's just getting his trophy now, as you see. I should say his plaque. And second place winner, this is a real talented young fella from Chicago who took second place. First place winner is Australia Waterford. Australia is very, very talented young man from Larry Tankson's school out of Chicago, Illinois. Very strong school. They come in big numbers, and they're winners. Okay, what we're going to do is I think we're going to take a look over into ring number 4, if we can catch that, and we'll see what's happening over there. We have a fellow from Zion, Illinois. He's from the professional Taekwondo studio run by Jerry Cook. As you can see, very talented. He's a brown belt. You can see the level of the form, Larry, is considerably more advanced. There's more technique, more moves. Oh, he forgot it. He forgot his form. That happens periodically. I guess they get so wrapped up into it that they forget. He's going to start over again. Now, in a case like this, Larry, the judges are going to deduct. They're going to deduct at least 1/10 to 2/10 of a point based on the fact that he forgot his form. It's pretty hard to win once you've forgotten your form and do it over again. But as you can see, he's very strong in forms. Sometimes the pressure for little kids gets to be too much, and they just freeze. Kind of like the Cubs, you know. The pressure gets to be too much.
Now, Bill, do they have to stay within a defined area, or is the ring pretty much?
Now,
there's
with kata,
a lot of bounds.
With kata, it doesn't make a difference. They can take up the entire floor if they need, but with the fighting, of course, they have to stay within their ring, but not for forms. For forms, as much room as they possibly need. We're going to go over into ring number 1, if that's possible, and take a look at...
the presentations over
yeah,
there.
we got third place given to a young lady from Racine, Wisconsin. Second place goes to Kenosha Karate Club's Heather Malzahn. She's one of our strong black belt, or I should say strong brown belts. And Cynthia Thompson from Chicago, Illinois, another one of Larry Tankson's students. You're going to hear a lot of that name, Larry Tankson. Get used to it now, Larry.
I've got it memorized.
Okay. As you can see in ring number 2, we have another one of Mr. Tankson's students that just completed his form. Again, a very strong competing school. Very, very strong. One of the stronger schools in the entire area. Here I see we have some, this is a white belt coming up. Let's see where he's from here. I've never seen this young fella. Oh, he's from Racine. He's from Racine, Wisconsin. He's from Mohammed's Academy. Our good friend Mohammed, he's an ally of our school, and we like to work with him. We like to work with any of the schools that are interested. As you can see, brand new student. He's trying his best. He's doing a form called Chunji, I believe. This is a Taekwondo form. He needs a little more polish, Lair. Needs a little more finesse. We'll give him time. I think this is his first competition. I think that's what Mohammed told me, that he hasn't competed all that often.
how important you go through the training and your classes, you know, day after day, week after week. These competitions have to be critical to you just for the fact of competing and for that polish to see other competitors.
Well, what it is, Larry, is that when you're constantly working with the same people in your various schools, you don't get up for it the way you do when all of a sudden you got a panel of 5 people you've never seen before in your life, and you don't know what they're looking for. You don't even know what kind of mood they're in, and you have to do your best. There's no such thing as coming close anymore. In the dojo, you kind of let it all hang out. You know yourself, the pressure of competition. You know, you were involved in competition in high school sports. You know what it's like. You can perform in practice. When you come out and you have to do it, I mean, we see a lot of professional teams that have the same problem. Again, I refer to the Cubs.
And in ring 2, here you're seeing some more, it looks like first-year people.
He's a Kung Fu student. This is what we call soft style. These are movements of the crane, the praying mantis, and what we call a soft style. Now this fellow's going to come up for a score. We're going to see, he had done his kata previously. We have a nice soft stylist in ring number 1. She's a gal from the Illinois area, more around Aurora, and she's doing a soft style kata right now. It'd be possible to take a look over there in ring number 1 and see what she looks like. As you see, this is a totally different approach to kata. You're going to see very slow, fluid. She's trying to define all her movements. She is a pure soft stylist, not the hard stylist like we've seen before, Larry. All the various moves. As a matter of fact, this lady was the Lama National champion in forms.
Yeah. Lama National.
Lama National is a national competition. She took first place.
Now we see all the judges now, and 5 judges at each ring. They have to be versed in both. Then they've got to be able to define a kung fu kata along with karate.
Absolutely, and it's tough. It's tough. You know, you can't let your prejudice get in the way when you think maybe your style is the only style that's any good. You better have enough honor and enough respect for that person's style to say, maybe I don't do it, but it sure did look good. And I happen to know that watching Mrs. Reynolds here, that she does a very, very, very nice kung fu form. She's Irish, by the way. In fact, you listen to her accent, you think she's just fresh off of the proverbial boat from Ireland. She's a delightful lady, very, very delightful.
There's absolutely no shake in her at all.
You got it. She's just undampered in her form. She just moves nice and fluid. You see, everything she's doing, she's showing the judges how, why. Now, as you see, we're in ring number 2. This is a hard style form. This is a fellow from the Black Belt Karate Studio. I don't know exactly which studio he's hailing from, but he's doing a hard style form. Now that was pretty good form. I've seen this young man before, and he's a pretty regular winner, Larry. He's going to get some scores now. Let's see what he's got. That's 5-5, 5-0, 5-6, 6-0, 5-7. Yeah, it looks like he got some pretty good scores there. Now coming up in the same ring here, this is a real talented young man. This is Mr. Barrientos. He's from the Black Belt Karate Studio also. I think...
Bill, what is he reciting to the judges there at the beginning?
Well, what he's doing is going up and he's saying, my name is, my style is, and the name of my form is. And then sometimes he'll say, can I have permission to begin, please? Very strong, very strong. Watch the stances. It's a hard style form. He's doing what they call tencho moves now, showing tension. This kid is going to be a very, very strong black belt one day. You're watching one of the black belts of the future in this area. Very strong. His father works with him a lot on his forms. His father also has been a student. He has been a little inactive in competition, but he's helped him with his forms. As you can see, this kid is strong. He's very, very good. Powerful. See how nice low stances, which is a mark of the hard styles, the Okinawan style, the Japanese styles employs real low stances, low, powerful stances as compared to some of the other styles where you're pretty well upright. Now these are, katas, the definition of a kata is basically an imaginary fight. You're fighting a number of opponents. And the object, again, is to do it with flair, to do it with definition, to do it with power, and to do it properly. Some of the judges on that board are going to know that form. And if he made a mistake in it, they're going to know it. Not all the judges will. But, for instance, the center judge, Keith, from the Kenosha Karate Club, he's familiar with that form. He'll know whether or not he made a mistake. Obviously, he didn't make a mistake because Keith's score to him was pretty good across the board.
6, 6'5", 5'9", 5'6", 5'7". You see him there.
Yeah.
What's the highest score possible in this, Bill?
Well, Larry, it's, remember we talked about gymnastics and giving out
Scoring
10s? For someone to get a 10, they better be the reincarnation of Bruce Lee. And I don't think we're going to see that.
We're going to take a quick break here and be back with more of the action from the 3rd annual Wisconsin Classic after this. Hope you enjoyed the forms. Right now, though, we are looking at the black belt weapons part of the Wisconsin Classic, and this is Larry Tankston. And this is out of Chicago, and this is the gentleman we talked about a little bit earlier, Bill.
Yeah, Larry is a national rated competitor. The meaning of nationally rated means that he goes to all the national competitions throughout the country, and he doesn't lose, Larry. No, he doesn't always compete in weapons. Weapons is one of the... He made a little mistake there. I see him smiling. He knows he made a mistake. He got the bow caught in his gi. That can happen. See, he's just going through the motions now. He knows that his score cannot reflect a winning score. He's just... it's a shame. He's going to show us a little bit.
We're talking about two different styles now when they use stick, and we're talking about more of a low style and an upright style.
Yeah, we're talking about a Japanese Okinawan style, which is really more commonly known as Shorei, as compared to styles like Ishinryu, which employ very high stances. The Okinawan and Japanese Shorei styles employ low, powerful stances. It's a difference in philosophy based on whoever the old master was who came up with it. Larry's trying to finish it up here. Like I say, he knows that his score is not going to be indicative of a win because he did mess up a little bit there. Let's see what the judges give him on this. This would be a good chance to see whether or not the judges are awake and whether or not they noticed an error. Well, it appears as if they detected an error, but they didn't place a lot of emphasis on it. It's not a winning score, no doubt.
And Larry knows it. Big smile on his face.
Yeah. This here is a Kung Fu stylist coming up to do his form now. You're going to see a little bit of different thing. Get ready, cameraman, because this guy needs a veritable runway. He'll start at one end of the floor, and if we might see him out the door by the Jones Intercable truck. He needs quite a bit of room. It's a good thing that we have Al Bell on camera today because he's lightning fast, and I'm sure he'll be able to catch him. He's going to use a sword. It's a Chinese sword. It's a very thin, flimsy type sword. It's more of a competition sword. You really wouldn't hurt anybody with this particular sword. It's used primarily to do his forms. I mean, no doubt you could hurt somebody, but it wouldn't cut like a traditional sword if he was using a real one.
Okay, you're seeing everybody clear out of the way here.
Yeah, hopefully no one will jump in the way while he's doing his form. They like to, the judges know this fella, and so what they do is they like to assign people around to make sure that stay out of the way. Now, this is called wushu. Wushu is a very flamboyant style. That's how thin that sword is. You can hear it.
And again, like the forms and weapons, you are supposed to be simulating a fight circumstance.
Exactly. Larry, you're starting to get good at this.
That's right. I watched Return of the Dragon 3 times last night.
Return of the Dragon 3 times?
That's right.
Well, I think I could promote you based on that. This form is a long form too. He generally takes a. You have to, when you're in competition, although in your own school when you practice your form, you can do a traditional form, a form that is exactly the way your instructor wants you to do it. But to be very honest with you, when you get out here and you're going to compete, you have to do a little more flash and pizzazz. You have to sometimes not do something that's going to bore the judges. And it's called competition. Do things at competition level. As you see, you got better scores than Larry Tankson. Okay, this fella coming up here is a defending champion of the Wisconsin Classic. He's defending champion in the forms division in the weapons. This is Lee Markle. He's now out of Detroit. He came in from Detroit to compete and defend his title. He's actually, I'm very proud to say, I brought him up from nothing to a black belt. And then he moved out of town after he got his black belt, and he's been teaching in the Detroit area. He should do a real interesting form.
And he wears the Kenosha Karate Club logo on the back of his gi.
Very strong, very powerful.
Again, you notice again the low style.
He's doing a form called Gaokai no Bo. Oh wait, I guess he's not doing Gaokai. Oh yes, he is. He's doing Gaokai. He does it so fast sometimes he confuses me. Very strong form. Watch this now. Down into the foot. Watch the punch now. And he finishes up. That was an awesome kata there.
The crowd liked it.
I sure try not to be, too prejudiced of my students, but I'll tell you what, it was a good form. Will the judges be influenced? I don't know. Let's see, Larry.
And it's definitely one of the biggest hands we've ever heard.
How did you like it, Larry?
I loved it.
You liked it? Okay, let's see what the judges say.
Well, he's out of Detroit, too. That helps. Good scores. Of course, the high and the low go out. And definitely good scores there for Lee Markle.
I wonder how that sets him with the rest of the competition. This next fella coming up, this is a gentleman out of Racine. His name is Hafiz. He runs the Hafiz Martial Arts Academy in Racine. He does quite a few different styles there. He's fluent in Taekwondo, he's fluent in some Shourei style, and he also has studied Kung Fu. So he's able to adapt to virtually any competition. I haven't seen him work a lot, but word has it that he's pretty decent at what he does. We're going to see now. This would be good for us to get a chance to see someone out of Racine compete. Some very good competition, some very good competitors in the Racine area.
Judges take a couple steps backwards.
Yeah, this obviously Hafiz is going to use quite a bit of the ring. Now you notice the patch on his eye. Now Hafiz was getting prepared for the tournament this morning, and he was really getting into it. And he was working some breaking demonstrations with his students this morning, kind of in practice. And he was holding a board for one of the students, and they threw a side kick, and the board split and flew towards his face, and now he has 8 stitches in his eyelid. And he came in this morning. In fact, he didn't even go to the hospital. He came right to the tournament. He walked in and he said, Mr. Shuck, I gotta apologize. I won't be able to fight, but I'm going to come back and I'm going to do my forms. And he took this patch off his eye. And Larry had a nasty cut. It was an extremely deep cut. And he just went and had it sewn up. He's a very tough man. Very, very tough. And here he is, competing now.
A little bit of flair there with the sword.
Yeah, you'll notice, though, that his sword kata as compared to Mr. Montambu. That was Mr. Montambu was the first one with the Kung Fu sword. You can notice that Montambu was, well, quite a bit more skilled at it. But Montambu only practices one style, and Hafiz, tries to learn a number of styles, and it's not as easy to get, tremendous at one when you're trying to study 3 or 4. It's a long form too. It's he's not doing himself any favors, really, with the long form for the judges. But you can see he knows what he's doing. His movements are all very fluid. It was a nice form. It was a very nice form. And let's see how the judges feel about that form.
Waiting for the scores from the judges. 6-5,
actually, pretty good scores.
6-7, not bad.
Yeah, pretty good scores.
Lemus, the low score, 6-4, so you toss that one out and throw out the 6-9.
Yeah, no, in a case like this, Larry, with Arlene giving out she started with a low base. She had no idea what the other people were going to do. She couldn't change in the meantime. She has to stay with her base, whether or not her score is always going to be the low. Coming up is, well, maybe he's going to be a crowd favorite. I don't know, Larry. This is Keith Shook. This is my son. He's the defending fighting champion of the Wisconsin Classic. He's going to be doing a bow kata called Basai. No bow. No bow means with a bow. Very intense. You're going to hear a lot of what we call ki-eyeing. He likes to ki-eye with a lot of his moves. That kind of keeps him motivated during his form. Let's see if he aces it.
You should know this form well.
Oh, yeah. Very fast, very quick. Gotta hope nobody walks in the way while he's doing this. He could be moving a little bit faster. I personally think he's doing a little bit slow. He's just about finished with the form. He finishes his form with a very explosive spinning move. Form is over.
And the crowd liked it. Lee Marco's on his feet.
Yeah, Lee over there, he liked it.
Lee's a cheerleader. He really keeps a lot of people pumped up around here. And Keith, not bad scores at all.
Oh, look at Arlene. Look at Arlene.
Game of 6-8.
Very nice. Very
Keith,
nice.
with those scores, may have just a couple tenths of a point. May have taken that.
He may have got in there. I don't know. It's kind of hard.
And we'll bring in the results, but first we'll take a quick time out and be back with more of the Wisconsin Classic from St. Joseph High School. Welcome back. Right now we are looking at Keith Shook in the black belt kata hard style, strictly hard style here.
Yeah, empty hand forms. This is the basis of karate. Forms, very, very important. Keith's going to do a form. It's an extremely long form. It's kind of a tiring form. Very powerful hard style form. And over into a searching move. He's searching, and now he's going to attack the rib cage. He's going to do a jump move now. Look at his opponent. He's moving with it. He's flowing. That's a search. Grabs. Punch. Nice little kick. Punch. It's a very flowing form. As you can see, it covers a lot of distance. Quite a few opponents that he's imaginarily fighting here.
He's got that height and that stature about him that makes everything look that much more fluid.
Yeah, absolutely.
He uses it to his advantage.
Now he's going to look over his shoulder. A little groin tear. There we go. A little punch. That's the end of the form. Looks like he did well. He did good form. You know, we have some nice sponsorship here today, too, Larry, with Trico products. Giving us a couple of their stretching machines to give out as prizes for the grand champions in kata and grand champion in fighting. Oh, I got some nice scores. How does it compare with Neil's from what you can see?
He looks a little bit...
little shy of Neil?
Little shy of Neil.
Little shy of Neil. Neil was tough. We also have a sponsorship. The Catholic Family Life Insurance Company has also sponsored this event. A very old fraternal society, and they've been a part of us for a long time.
And right now we'll see Lee Marco.
Yeah, he's your favorite, isn't he, here so far, Lair?
Yeah, he's been a crowd favorite.
Oh, he lights them up.
He's a lot of enthusiasm. He keeps everybody else jacked up around him.
He sure does. Lee's the type of kid that brings meaning to the word magic when it comes to the arts. Look at the power, speed. Could you walk in between any of them moves, Larry? Oh, he's gonna hurt you if you walk in there. Strike. That's beautiful. He's flowing.
I guess his first competition, he went into Detroit and just set the place on fire.
Sure did. Well, once again,
short,
listen to the
sweet,
crowd there.
quick, and you're right. The crowd loved him. Let's see if that influences the judges at all.
Yeah, we have to make sure that the judges love him too. Neil's going to be hard to beat.
Oh, he's way up. At 8-1 will go. 7-5 will go, and that just may have put Lee Marco
you think
over
so?
the top.
I'm
no
a hard time
mathematician, but I think it looks good.
Oh, he's tough to beat. No, but the problem is the kid that's coming up next year. If anyone can beat this young fella, I don't know who it is. Lee would probably be the only one that'd have a chance against. This is Juan Flaco Moreno. Flaco is his nickname, Juan Moreno. He's out of the professional Taekwondo studio in Zion, Illinois. His instructor is Jerry Cook. And he's, as Kelly just reminded us, that Flaco means fire in Italian. I don't know if it's the same in the Spanish language or not. Kelly will have to let us know about that. You know, it's a pleasure here, too, Larry, working with Kelly today. You know, the very lovely Kelly Rose and the very lovely Al Bella on camera also. As you're watching Juan here, he's an amazing specimen of a karate student. Very powerful. He does a much longer form than Lee does. He's just now starting to fight in the adult division, which he was relegated to the kids division for when he turned 16. He didn't make a difference how small he was. He had to get up there and fight with the men. And so far, the only thing he's been doing is beating them. So he's proved his worth as a black belt able to compete with the men. Now sometimes, Larry, you see some of these little kids with black belts on, very small children, and there's a lot of philosophy about who should get one, who shouldn't, and you're going to find that around here. A lot of people are going to say that until you're ready in the head, in the mind, that the black belt shouldn't be on the list. Very nice form by Juan Moreno.
Wow, you're going to hear the good crowd. Good cheers for the competitors. This is an extremely knowledgeable crowd, to say the least.
This is going to be close. This is going to be close with Lee Marco. Very, very close. Uh-oh, well, that's first.
With the 3-8s, 8-1, 7-8, 7-6. Throughout
that's
the 8-1 and the 7-6.
That's first place.
That is way up there. And this is Larry Tankston now. He'll be our final competitor that we'll see before we head on to the fighting.
The exciting fighting. Larry, again, a national rated competitor. You're not going to see very many national rated competitors. They're hard to come by. Larry's one of the few that likes to go to these tournaments and show his expertise.
Has two schools in the Chicago area. And quite a few competitors here today.
Larry's intense. Very, very intense. I think you're going to enjoy the fight. And as a matter of fact, right now, I'd have to tell you that when it comes to the fighting, the grand champion, you're probably looking at the odds-on favorite for the fighting today. I can't imagine, other than maybe Neil Stolzmark, right now, that anyone that's going to be able to fight with Larry. He's good. He's extremely good. He's going to have to win his division first. Okay, well, that was Larry Tankson, and I think that's going to do it for our black belt forums, Larry.
After we see Larry's scores here, we'll take a timeout.
What did you think? Good scores?
I'd run. Well, now you got 2 8-1s there for Larry Tankson, and
I think he passed up.
That might have done it by a tenth of a point.
Well,
and we'll bring in those results after this quick timeout from the Wisconsin Classic. They're the away team.
Time, Kelly.
It was. Welcome back to the 3rd annual Wisconsin Classic. And right now we're going to kick it off here with the black belt women.
We got Robin Miller in the ring. I don't know this other gal. I've never seen her before. Robin Miller from the Kenosha Karate Club.
Arlene Lemus, the judge.
Yes, the oh-so-famous Arlene Lemus. I'm amazed. I've never seen this gal. I don't know who she is. Looks like Robin scored a point there.
To either side, the divisions are finishing up, and pretty soon all the focus will be attention on ring 3, and that's the black belt. Robin, did she connect with that?
Looked like a vicious ridge hand.
She did.
Well, the judges sure felt that way, Larry. Yeah, they're checking her over to make sure she isn't hurt too bad.
And when you get to the black belt now, you have judge in each corner.
Yeah, they want a lot. And a lot of view.
And majority rules in each case.
That's correct. Now, you notice, Larry, when they say that a judge claims that a kick was scored, they're going to hold up an extra hand along with their finger. I would say along with their flag, or one of the fingers up to let them know that they considered the kick was in. Well, they're saying Robin scored another point. Robin looks hot today. She looks pretty good.
She's real active. Spend a lot of time stretching out.
You know how she's setting up? She's trying to set up her opponent.
Robin Miller to your left. She is in the red gi. There she is.
Okay, now there's a good case. We've seen 2 white flags, but 2 of the flags said red, and the center ref agreed with red.
Out of bounds, no points.
They're giving her a warning for that. I think if she goes out again,
she runs out, loses a point.
I think Robin, to give the other gal a point. Robin's got to be careful now and not get caught with anything cheap that's going to change the complexion of the map.
Each fight lasts 2 minutes. And 5 points is the maximum. And at the end of that time limit, the majority point rules.
Looks like Robin won the match.
So Robin has won. And she'll continue on. Of course, coming up, don't go away, you'll see the black belt men. And then the team fight was Team Wisconsin taking on Team Illinois.
That's going to be a good fight, I hope.
They'll chase some of the people around to sit down. Let's see who our next competitors are going to be. Now, Bill, coaches are not allowed to coach during this. They can root and cheer, but if you're a coach, you just almost have to be an impartial. You can't get up there and tell technique, can you?
No, you can't. You can yell, hooray, good to point, that away, all the generic Anglo terms. But once you start with, hey, throw a reverse punch, hit her with a ridge hand, get that leg up, something like that, that's called throwing out techniques. And if you call out techniques, that's called excessive coaching, and your student can get a warning, and that warning can be piled on top of some other warnings that exist, and then the other person could get a point. So it's called excessive coaching. Can't call out techniques. Of course, you get some people
get somebody else doing it for you.
Well, no, what they do is they can use either hand signals or they speak in a foreign language that the other judges don't know. For instance, if I've been known now and then maybe to yell for instance, if I want someone with a ridge hand, I'll just say, haito, haito, which means ridge hand in Japanese. We have Mona Bingham and Angel Tankson.
Angel to the left.
Angel to the left, Mona to the right.
In the red gi.
Right, so when the red flag goes up, that will, no, let's see, yeah, he's going to put it on Mona. When the red flag goes up, that means that Mona receives the point. When the white flags dominate, that means that Angel Tankson is the recipient of the point. I've never seen Angel fight. Never. In fact, I've never seen her compete. This will be the first time I've ever seen her compete.
And would we be safe in saying this is Larry's wife?
Yeah, this is Larry's wife. This is Larry's wife.
And your wife is not participating today?
No, she's not participating. She's had the flu the last 2 days. She did show up to do some judging, and she was considering fighting, but this morning she didn't feel good. Looks like, did Mona have that point there?
Mona did have the point there.
No, they gave it to Angel.
When a judge covers his face now, that means he did not see the point.
That's correct. That means he
So
did
he'll
not
wave
see.
It off. And the majority rules then on the points.
That's correct.
Points scored that time to Mona. Oh, not to Mona. To red.
Oh, I think Angel got that straight punch in. No, the equivalent of a clash. Not enough verification. Oh, I think we have a ridge hand in there.
And it's split. Judge. No, nothing there again.
I think it looked to me like Mona got in there first. Yeah, the judges agree with that. Mona got that one first. Did you ever go out with gals like this, Larry?
What's that?
Did you ever go out with gals like this?
No.
They could fight like that.
Usually by the end of the night it ended up that way, but to start, no.
They're tough. A lot of rooting for Angel.
And she lays her hand in there.
I think that was a clash. No, they say Angel.
Angel got the point.
Tell you what, Angel's got a vicious punch. Another one.
See who scored this?
I think I'd have to call that one for Angel. No, they call that one for Mona.
Mona got the point.
They got me confused today, Larry.
And timeout now is being called. And now they want some point total.
That's the center ref you're looking at, Ray Poole. Ray Poole is excellent black belt out of Chicago area. He'll be fighting today in the lightweight division. Probably fighting Larry Tankson.
Refer back to another match. Did you ever get a final decision on what happened with Heather?
Well, what happened was that like I told you before, the first base umpire, right? Well, they stuck to their decision, and although the center ref said that he felt that it was the wrong decision, the other two would not verify it with him, and it had to stand as Heather taking second place and Cynthia Thompson taking first.
We're going to give that to
who won
Angel.
That match? Angel. This match is going to be, as Hagler would say, this is going to be War 3. There's quite a rivalry here.
Robin Miller on the right, the girl you're looking at there.
That's Chris Wood. Chris Wood is a product of the Black Belt Karate Studio system. I'm not exactly sure which school she's fighting out of these days. She was training with the Kenosha school for a while, and I don't know if she has went on to some other
Robin very active.
Tactical fight. Everybody's going to be calculating. Was there any points there? I don't think so. I think she went out of bounds.
No points, out of bounds.
Okay, she should get a warning for that. She should get a warning because
she is.
There's no reason to go out of bounds. The only reason to go out of bounds is if they physically push you.
Arlene does give her the warning. You can see how much the action changes now when you get to this point here.
That was a tremendous clash. Boy, they are really playing chess, Larry.
Nothing score there, and I think they're going to give a point. I think Robin maybe got that left hand.
I think Robin was in there.
She did get the left hand in first.
Judges felt so too. She just has not to be intimidated. That's the only thing she has to make sure she doesn't get bullied. It looked like Chris got that point.
I don't know.
No, they obviously they didn't call anything.
Chris working on the kick. Robin trying to counter with a good
tough
hand.
Fight.
Running real close to time now.
The ultimate chess match.
Robin sneaks
Chris
in,
is getting...
And Chris may have gotten that right hand in first. Robin, unanimous.
As you can see, the crowd is heartily into this fight.
As they'll gather around slowly but surely all towards the ring. And Robin Miller wins it.
Well, we have a winner in Robin. Is that correct, Larry?
Robin did win it.
That was a tough fight. Now it appears as if Robin's going to have to go up against Angel Tankson
That will be
first
the next.
place.
And now you're going to see speed, technique.
Okay, Chris Wood now is going to have to fight Mona. The first fight that we've seen was an elimination because there were too many in the division to get down to the final four. So Chris Wood's going to be stepping in a second. When she steps in against Mona, I don't know what the quality of this fight's going to be. I think that when we get right down to basics, I think Chris Wood's going to outclass her a little bit. I think she's a little too strong for Mona.
There you see Chris trying to catch her breath.
Now Chris is trained for full contact, and that's quite a bit of difference. You'll notice she fought a little more upright. Like I said, the full contact training she has causes her fighting to be a little bit different than point fighting. She is extremely strong, very, very strong gal. I'll guarantee you she'll knock either me or you out.
And I'd probably let her.
Mona's going to have to hope to survive right now. That's what it boils down to.
She's looking at a taller, stronger opponent.
Now, you notice the upright stances.
She's attacking it cautiously now.
More the full contact philosophy.
See, the referee in the center will break it up after a mix.
Now, what they said there, Larry, was that Mona came up underneath the groin area with a kick. And that's why they gave her the 2 points. Well, I have to be honest with you. I thought Mona was in there first.
I did too.
Now she's ducking. That's turning her head away. Can't do that.
And the referees are going to score nothing there.
And we have a belief in karate, Larry, that if you're going to get hit, don't ask somebody what you got hit with. Know it yourself. Be able to say, I seen it coming. Who's ahead in this match? Is it Mona?
By a slim margin.
Yeah, I think it's only 1 zip, I think.
Chris
Mona came in with a left-hand punch.
Right on the chest.
Right to the sternum. And great technique. I've never seen Mona. I have never seen her this fast. She's generally a lot slower in this. I'll tell you what, she's motivated. Now, Ridge hand was in.
And she went right after it.
Nice technique, Mona. Are they going to give it to her? Yes, Larry, they're going to give it to her.
Unofficially, 3-0, Mona.
Well, the kick was in there. Chris got that kick in there.
Chris laid it solid.
See?
So 3-2.
3-2. Mona would be smart to run a little bit here and not mix it up. That's it. Use that time up. You know, the Ali stuff, the rope-a-dope. That's what she'd be smart to do right now. You notice when you watch the fight prior that Robin, as compared to this, a lot cleaner with the techniques.
And we're tied up at 3 right here. Yes.
Sudden,
Chris scored.
Sudden, should we call it victory?
I never liked the term sudden death. I like sudden victory.
Yeah, it was always kind of morbid.
Oh, right,
well,
left hand by Chris. It might have been outside.
It wasn't pretty, but Mona actually caught her. Ah, they didn't see it that way. I tell you, I gotta play for Mona. I think Mona's gonna do it. I think that punch was in.
Mona just laid a left hand into the side.
No,
they're gonna give it to Chris.
Chris worked hard for that, though. I'll tell you. She had to go back-to-back fighting. 1 minute break, and she got in there and she did what she had to do. She fought the fight she had to fight.
So Chris
Wood is the winner. Takes 3rd place in the women's black belt division. Now we have the 1st place fight. Angel Tankson, Chicago, Illinois, versus Robin Miller, Kenosha, Wisconsin. In fact, Robin is fighting in her home gym.
That's right.
Yeah, she plays basketball, volleyball, everything here. This is her, not her alma mater yet.
So maybe we'll see if the home court advantage has anything to do.
Yes.
Or help Robin at all.
It should be an interesting fight. Now, she's never seen Angel either. And, you know, it's nice to at least at some point in time see how your opponent does fight. Angel's only fought the 1 fight. Robin is going to have no idea if that's Angel's normal fight.
And you're looking at 2 active fighters, as we saw them in the first 2 rounds.
Arlene Lima says the key to being a constant winner is never fight the same 2 times in a row. Let's see if Angel adheres to that philosophy. Robin's moving on her a little bit, just trying to set her up. Angel's leaving that front rib area exposed.
See if the judges saw that punch getting in. They do.
Yeah, they've seen Angel with the punch.
Angel got it in, leads 1-0. And Robin scored that time.
See, Angel knew it and acknowledged it. She looked at her, shook her head as if to say, yeah, you got that one in. How's Robin going to do it again? Maybe she can work once. There we go. I think that ridge hand was in. What do you think, Larry? Robin, yes.
This will see it that way.
The judges feel that way. I can tell Robin is feeling hot now. She's feeling confident.
And Angel aggressively. Let's see if it does score any points, though.
I think it did.
It did.
Scored a
3
point.
judges saw it.
They're going to ask for a warning. The warning would be for not stopping when the center ref said mate. Mate means stop.
Robin got in the left hand and followed it right back up.
I think she got it in. Are they going to see it that way?
They
Absolutely.
do.
Absolutely.
3-2, Robin Miller.
That's the score, 3-2. I think Robin got the first punch in. Looked like a body punch she got in. Yes.
That's 4-2. One more point, Robin Miller.
Well, she's just got to hope she doesn't get hit with a kick now, because that'll tie it up. And guess what? She just got hit with a kick. That tied it up.
Tied it up, 2-2.
Exactly what I told you we had to worry about. That was her only salvation.
The next point will determine it.
Robin got it in.
Backhand.
That was a nice point.
With the backhand.
That was a nice point. The suspense, Larry.
And
Robin Miller, first place, Wisconsin Classic. Tough fight, Larry. These ladies are tough.
That's the action you're going to see. We have the men coming up. We're going to take a quick time out and be back with those right after this on Kenosha Cable 34. We'll turn our attention now to ring 3, where we'll be looking at the black belt lightweights. And Bill will call the fighters for you.
Okay, we have Larry Tankston, the nationally rated fighter I was telling you about, and I guess we've talked about all day. And he's going to fight one of Ray Poole's students. His name is Rob. I don't know what his last name is. I forgot it. His name is Rob. And you'll notice in the center ring, in the center of the ring, centering this fight, the center ref, is...
Right, that man right there.
Yes, that there is Ricky the Jet Rufus, the middleweight champion of the world. Rick Rufus is what they're claiming now is the PKC. He is the epitome of an awesome fighter. He just what day was that he won the title? The 24th or something like that?
It was the Battle of Atlanta.
Battle of Atlanta last week. Rick Rufus defeated his opponent, and from what I seen, it was quite easily. And he's now, again, the middleweight champion of the world. We're not talking about that he's just the best in Wisconsin. He's the best in the world.
Or our planet, as he says.
Yes, middleweight champion of the planet. This is going to be a tough fight. Larry's fought Rob many, many times.
And he scored?
And he may have scored on a spin kick. Well, yeah, Ricky Rufus thought so, and so did two of the judges.
Larry now a little bit of equipment problem. Fixed it.
I don't know. I think that back fist was in. Well, no one else thought so. Ricky Rufus did. Not me and Rick think alike.
Oh, good hand.
He blocked that kick. He blocked that kick and threw out a back fist. Awesome.
3-0 for Larry Tankstrom.
You notice the calculating movement that they do. It's a little bit of bounce, a little bit of in and out, and it's up to your opponent to guess. You know, you coming in now or you coming in later?
And now Larry Tankston, now he's up 4-0 here.
Well, you're talking national rated competitor. You're talking about a guy who's fought the best that anywhere has to offer. I have to be honest with you, I've never seen Larry lose. Rob is a young up-and-comer. I mean, give him a couple more years under his belt, he's going to be a very premier black belt. And that kick got in, but obviously the judges didn't see it. There's another thing, too, Larry. Sometimes you'll see as a judge, he'll know that a certain point landed. But if he didn't see it, he can't call it. He must view it. Yeah, Larry Tankston, winner.
Larry Tankston wins it 5-0.
Not a big surprise.
Shutout.
Not a big surprise.
Coming up next in the lightweight.
Coming up next in the lightweight. Obviously, that was a bye fight. They had to get rid of one guy out of there to narrow the field down to the top 4 lightweights. And in there is Larry Tankson, of course, Juan Moreno, Ray Poole, and then there's another fellow there that I don't know. I've never seen him before.
Bill, how do they judge who's going to fight who now?
Well, generally the way they do it is if someone's from the same school, then they'll just split them up. In this case,
you don't have a blood fight.
Right. You don't want that unless it's a final fight. Now, what you're going to see here is they probably come up with a number, pick a number from 5 to 10, whatever, and then they'll just count off, or they'll just tell someone guess a number, and then they'll pair them up. Probably what you're going to see is, I think Juan Moreno is probably going to end up fighting Larry Tankson.
We're waiting for a decision to be made here. Looks like they're putting the competitors'
they're waiting to
names
decide anyway.
Or numbers, what number you draw.
Looks like Rufus has it under control. He's going to throw these up in the air, I guess. And what they probably did was they probably took 4 pieces of paper to put 1 on 2 of them and 2 on the other 2, and then the 2 1s will fight each other and the 2 2s will fight each other. So it appears, yes, Ray Poole is going to fight Larry Tankson. Now that's an old battle. That one's been going on for a long, long time.
But the match we'll see before that.
Juan Flaco Moreno. As Kelly Rose told us, Flaco means fire.
You can see a lot of speed now as you will in any lightweight.
Oh, you've seen a blitz. Not a Chicago blitz, but a regular blitz. Oh, we got a back fist in there by Juan Moreno. He wasn't going to wait for him that time.
Well, right after him.
He knew he was charging him. He thought, I'll get you first. Got a kung fu stylist. You'll notice the lack of a lot of guard. But I think, yes, they said that he got his, well, looks like Mohammed Sabir didn't think. Mohammed Sabir is forgetting to put up 2 fingers to designate a kick. Oh, that kick was in.
That kick got in by...
No, we're not getting confirmation.
You can hear it there, Rick calling it out. He said he saw it blacked.
How did you see it, Larry?
I saw it blacked. I'm going with Rick.
Well, I'm certainly not going to go down there and tell him that you're arguing with him.
No. Shake hands with the young man, I tell you. World champion, 19 years old.
Do you think that possibly Roberto Duran should give up his title of Hands of Stone?
Well, I tell you.
Rick Rufus's hands are granite.
They're going to get 2 on a kick there, and now...
I think what happened was here that Juan caught a kick in the tailbone. And if he did, that's a very painful injury. He may have caught it somewhere in the posterior area, too. That hurts.
And seems to be okay now. First, can't kick toward the hip. And stay off the hips. Any joint areas. There you saw the score, 3-2. Juan Moreno on top. 40 seconds remaining.
Look at the posture of Juan. He's constantly in control of his stance.
No points scored in that exchange. Slips.
Oh, it looks like it was in. Once the guy goes down, you got 3 seconds. You can't stop him. What you can't do is you can't stop him to the head. You can't stop him to the throat. Or the spine, of course.
Juan falls.
Yeah, he evaded that one. Evaded it real nice.
We'll be running real close to time here. And they're going to give 2 points.
On the kick. Must have got a kick in, huh? Well, I'll tell you what, there is an upset.
It's 5-3, and there is an upset.
A tremendous upset. Juan Moreno losing to an unknown,
and
not a regular
Juan,
circuit competitor.
And Juan knows it, too. And there's your winner.
We got Ray Poole in there now, going to fight Larry Tankson. This will be for the, well, actually for the right to go on to fight for first and second place.
Now Larry Tankson has gone with the headgear, which is optional at this level.
Yeah, but smart.
Yeah, really smart. Any blow to the head is not good.
No, I don't think you
Control
lose any
or
macho.
control?
No macho loss by putting on a headgear. All it means is that your face is going to feel better in the morning than any other guys.
And Rufus agrees with the officials. 2-point score to Larry Tankson on that kick, and he does it right back again. Unanimous that time, 4-0 here. This could be over quick.
Well, it'd be a typical Tankson fight.
A lot of movement by Poole.
You know what I think is going on here, Larry? I think Tank knows he's on TV.
That possibly be the case. They look up to see if that tally light's on the camera.
Yeah, and I think Larry's saying, if I'm going to be on TV, I might as well
Slip.
might as well do it to it.
No point scored that time.
You know, Larry, I can tell you a couple times that I went home a winner from a match, and I couldn't open my mouth for 2 weeks because I didn't wear a headgear.
Yeah. See if that punch got in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the judges certainly think
He
so.
got that right hand in. Lunging right hand.
Well,
But
Ray
Tankson
thought that his was.
split that time.
I think he intimidated judges to put up their flags on that one. The fight is over. Larry Tankson's the winner.
Larry takes the winner of that last fight. is
Corinthus
Alston.
And he's going to be going up against Larry Tankson.
Larry
for
Tankson now.
first place.
What
in the
you'll see
lightweight.
here, what you'll see now is the third place. As Poole will take on Marino.
Winner goes home with a plaque. Loser goes home empty.
Nice plaques, by the way. You went to something different as opposed to giving out trophies. You decided to go to a plaque for.
Yeah, I decided it was it's better having something hang on the wall. People get a lot of trophies and they collect a lot of dirt. They break all by themselves without touching. And so we decided that people appreciate plaques better. So we went over to our friends at Classic Sports, and he did a real nice job for us.
And a lot of the competitors commenting on the plaques. And,
Oh yeah, they like them. They love them.
looking finally at them. Very well done.
We got a quick match going here. Look at this. These guys are a couple of water bugs. I remember something. Juan Marino has only been fighting in the men's division for a short period of time. He's had to be competing with the kids, and when you turn 16, the rules say it doesn't make a difference how big or small you are. You go up to adult division. I think he's a little intimidated with Ray Poole. He knows Ray's got a very fast front leg. You know, so he brings the leg up before you get a chance to react. Look at the intensity on Marino's face, Larry.
In case that they use out the entire 2 minutes with no points being scored, and they score the first point. Poole changing up his style a little bit, blocks that kick. One fighter looking for the other one to make the mistake.
Oh, we tried to sweep. Juan was a little too awake for that one. Whoa! think Ray Poole just got a back fist in.
Rick Rufus sees it that way and gives the 1 point to Ray Poole. Marino now trying to get a kick in. Ray got another point there. He did. Unanimous. 2 on the kick. 3-0 now the score. Ray Poole.
Match is over, and the winner, Ray Poole.
So Ray takes third, and now you'll see the first place
match.
here.
I don't find this fascinating for, I guess Larry Tankson is going to get a chance to look at this guy for the first time, too. Larry will feel him out a little bit to begin with. He will not go in and commit suicide. He'll check him out. He'll see what the fella has. And once he finds out what his weakness is, then he'll go get him.
That's Larry Tankston, the man you're looking at right there.
And once again, that's Corinthus Alston,
who is in the
red side.
More of a kung fu style of
yeah,
holding.
soft stylist. But effective, obviously effective. And effective in his own way. Now Larry Tankson just picked him off coming in. He just waited. Very clean. That's what we call a jam kick. He just jammed him up as he walked in the middle.
He got 2 that time, 2-0.
Larry Tankson wearing the headgear. Corinthus Alston in the all-black, what they call a kung fu uniform.
A lot of movement, a lot of upper body movement.
I'll tell you what, he's gonna have to train quite a few more years before he's gonna fool Larry Tankson with any of that kind of. See, that technique he threw was illegal. That's a spinning back fist. You can't throw that. Reason being, Larry, is that it's what they call a blind technique. When you throw it, you have to not see where it is. There's no way you can tell where it's going to land. So they want the control, and they tell you, no, you can't do that.
And Rick's telling him that right now.
So Rick give that little demonstration of spinning back. Now Rick can do that when he fights full contact, because the object there is to knock thy block off.
The points are not the object, but Rick is concerned.
Yeah, you get all the points you want.
It's to end it and end it quickly. Holston trying to get inside. There you see Larry Tankston moving in with the right and the left.
This fight's history. There's not much to this one. Larry Tankson's walked this guy.
Now 4-0.
Yeah. Larry Tankson's got this one in the bang. There we go. There's the point. That should do it. Larry Tankson's
lead in right hand, and that's the fight. Larry. No, it's not over yet.
Oh, they didn't call it. That's incredible.
Well, they're going to give a point right there to Alston.
Nothing like trying to carry it on.
So it's 4-1 now.
Get it over with, Larry. Now Larry's going to play with him a little bit now. There we go.
See what the kid's got, and that probably got in there.
Well, he walked into a...
Right with the right hand, split. Let's see what Rick Rufus makes a decision. Oh, he's going to give 2 to Alston.
Oh, I certainly don't understand that.
Makes it 4-3 now. Major upset in the works.
You don't know the half of it, what kind of upset that would be.
And that is the time limit.
Winner, Larry Tankston.
Larry Tankston, who is the favorite here. So Keith Shook calls it right. Larry Tankston, the winner. We'll be back with more of the action from St. Joseph High School in the 3rd annual Wisconsin Karate Championship. Welcome back to the 3rd annual Wisconsin Classic. We are now getting ready for the grand champion black belt match. And who are we going to be looking at, Bill?
Well, we're going to be looking at Charlie Magic Monkey Webb. He's a what they call a monkey stylist. And he's going to be fighting Larry Tankson. Again, that name keeps coming up, huh? Larry Tankson?
Larry Tankson. He's had himself a whale of a day earlier in the day. He also took the Kata Grand Champion.
It looks like he may go home with 2 power stretch machines. just what he needs, right?
And he'll use them against you next year.
Yeah, absolutely. The way this came down, Larry, is that we had Magic Monkey, who you're seeing on the screen right now. He fought Keith Shook, and they went into a tough battle, and it ended up with Magic Monkey taking it on a bailout kick when Monkey was leaving the ring. But they called it, and it was a clean, good win for Magic Monkey. Larry Tankson fought Xavier Jones, and it was a good fight. Jones came out and scored the first point, and woke up Mr. Tankson. Mr. Tankson obviously said, "I think I would rather win this one," and so that's how it came down. They won each of their respective matches, and now it's Larry Tankson against Charlie Magic Monkey Webb.
And you know these two fighters pretty good, Bill. What are we going to be looking at here as far as a matchup, as far as style and speed?
Well, what you're going to be looking at is, first of all, Magic Monkey is going to try his best, but he's really outclassed in the presence of Larry Tankson. Monkey will try a lot of countering moves. Tank will be coming in like a tank, and he'll be throwing his kicks and trying to land his back fist. You'll probably see Charlie Webb doing a lot of running. You'll probably see him trying to bail out with kicks going out of the ring. You'll see him turn his back a lot, but that's his fighting style too. To be honest with you, I would say the odds of Magic Monkey winning here are slim and none, and Slim may just have left.
We've seen some close matches from competitors that we've seen.
Yeah,
actually
absolutely.
for the first time, and they've carried themselves well.
Well, some of these people come out and you don't know how they've been training. You don't watch them every day, and all of a sudden you find out that they know how to fight better than you thought they did. And they really turn it on. As you can see, some of the people we didn't expect to win throughout the day have went ahead and scored some very impressive victories. We're just kind of getting ready here for Larry Tankson to get just a little bit of a breather since he went through a tough fight.
Yeah, he's re-wrapped his hands. He's getting ready to go. Rick Rufus is the referee for this match, the man in the middle. Hopefully we'll get a word from Rick later on. As stated earlier in the broadcast, the new world of welterweight, middleweight champion.
A little heavier.
These two gentlemen know each other well. They embrace the center of the ring.
Well, if time allows, Larry, it'd be nice if we can get Rick up here, and maybe we can fit him in and see what he's doing now that he's the champion of the world.
He talked about maybe unifying the title against John Longstreet.
That one will be worth its weight in gold. Just to go see a ticket for that's going to sell for some big dollars. Now it looks like we're ready to go. Match is starting now.
Well,
Magic Monkey with his traditional yell.
This is for the grand champion, black belt.
Tank is just waiting him out. He's just waiting until he sees that vulnerable spot, and I think it's going to be in a. Well, I don't think that's scored. Yeah, they're going to call it. That's Charlie's little method of playing the whole monkey. It's really not, not to be funny. He truly believes in his style of the monkey style.
Larry takes it in. Let's see if he scored.
Yeah, they'll give it to Tank.
One apiece. Kick in there. He got it in.
I don't know. That punch was pretty close, too, but I think they're going to give him the kick. No, they're going to give Magic Monkey that punch. Tank doesn't like that. Tank doesn't think that's correct. I have to admit, if I was in there, I would have given him the punch also. Hard, fast kicks at Tank.
Oh, there's good.
In.
Good right
that
hand. Got it
there. Obviously, all the judges felt so.
2-2.
Oh, that's terrific. No, I guess they're not going to stop timing. It was an equipment problem, but I guess they have waived the requirement that would be for a mouthpiece that they're supposed to have. I don't know. I'd have to say the Tank was in there. Not enough confirmation.
Not enough confirmation from the officials. All four corners.
Still 2-2.
blocked in there.
I think Tank missed, and he caught him, but I don't think they're going to give it to him. They're probably going to give the point to Tankson. No, they, the majority was with Charlie, but it wasn't enough. What they do now is they take a minute rest, and they fight one more round.
Yeah.
With Grand Champion, they don't like to just fight one round and say that you are the best. They like to give a guy a chance to, possibly come back, and you don't go and
you don't
see
go
the
the
heavyweight
first.
fights. Yeah.
Right now, you don't go the first point. They'll go full.
Yeah, they go for 2 minutes.
Go for 2 minutes now, and they'll take a rest. And
whoever has the most points will be declared the winner. As you can see, Tank here, he's down talking with one of the students, and he's thinking about a little strategy. They're ready to get back in the ring. Charlie Webb took his time to talk with one of his black belts and discuss a little bit of strategy. At this point, fighting Larry Tankson, I don't know what kind of strategy you could possibly have.
A match we didn't show to you earlier, the heavyweight winner was Neil Stolzmark.
Oh, that was an unusual technique, but he gave it to him. Yeah, they gave him that groin slap. Looked like Tank was in there first.
He got that right hand in there.
Yeah, they gave him the point on that one.
They will give him one apiece on that. Larry comes in hard. Let's see if Monkey Man got it.
I think Charlie, I would call for Charlie. No one else is going to, though. Just Rick and one other judge. Not enough verification. Very subjective. Very subjective. Okay, who's going to get called for a point here? Not enough. Not enough verification.
Split in each corner.
What's the score we have here, Larry? You know?
One apiece.
Okay.
See if that got in.
It appeared to be on the gloves. Appeared to be on the gloves, but they're going to give it to him. See, I can't see. 2 points
on the kick.
I couldn't see from here, and that's what a judge is supposed to. If you can't see it, just because you think
that's another one by Larry Tankson. Let's see if
spins very fast, Larry. Very, very fast.
Moore got that one in. Not enough there. They're going to make him earn this one. Not enough.
I'm not real pleased with the action of this fight. Oh, there was a nice ridge hand. Maybe the action's picking up a little bit. Charlie is putting up an incredible showing here against Larry Tankson.
So Larry Tankson has won it. He's the grand champion in the 3rd annual Wisconsin Classic.
What's funny is that's the toughest fight he had.
What we're going to do right now, we're going to take a quick timeout and be back with the team competition. Team Wisconsin taking on Team Illinois after these messages on Kenosha Cable 34. Right now, we are going to witness the team competition, and Bill, you'll call it the competitors. Wisconsin will be to your right, Illinois to the left.
Okay, Larry, we have, first of all, representing the Wisconsin team, Jeff Rufus. Rufus Martial Arts out of Milwaukee. Very talented competitor. Fighting Jeff is going to be Xavier Jones. I believe that's who's going to start. They may be replacing him now and going to somebody else. We'll see for sure here. As you see all the hectic traffic there, they're trying to make sure who's going to fight who.
Have them in the right order. Now that's what they're doing, getting them in.
Yeah, they're trying their best. It looks like possibly maybe starting out with the senior fighter.
Changing it around a little bit here now.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, looks like we're ready.
What we'll do now, we'll follow the same format. Each fighter going 2 minutes, but instead of accumulated points for yourself, you'll accumulate them for your team.
Keith Shook is going to start out against Mark Nixon. Mark Nixon out of, I believe he's out of Aurora. That's correct. He's out of Aurora, Illinois. And fighting him in case will be Keith Shook. Okay, we needed an extra judge there because Red Graham had to relinquish his fight because Keith is from the same school. So let's get somebody in there with flag, gentlemen.
They chased Red out of there because Red's from the same school as Keith. Now we've got a judge.
Yeah, Jim Knobloch out of Racine. Very fine black belt. Extremely fine black belt. He's taking the corner. We're ready to start the fight. And it's ready to go.
Keith, real active right off. No contact there. Block going away out of the
A lot of
ring.
movement. See, that's the key to this fight, Larry. If he doesn't exhibit a lot of movement, you're not going to see a win out of Keith. He got a back fist in. It's a very good back fist. 1 point. Looked to me like Keith got that one in too. Rick
Keith
Rufus
is red.
thought so.
Not enough.
A lot of movement. A lot of movement.
Nixon comes in, swings. Didn't connect that time. Good
Keith
movement.
got away from him.
Oh, come in strong. Keith knew it.
White. Tried the axe kick. Missed. The spin was too late. He waited too long to spin. So I got a shutout going here for Mark Nixon out of Aurora. All right, I think
He scored that time. He knew it.
That was one for Red.
1 point.
I don't think there are any points there. We got a warning for running out of there. Hard to say what has happened there. They did, no. Yeah, they did. They gave one to Mr. Nixon.
Point to Nixon.
And so we got 2 points on the kick there for Keith. 2 points.
He's got 2.
2 points on the kick.
That is going to be close.
Time is called.
The next competitors.
It's Jeff Rufus against Xavier Jones. Rufus out of Milwaukee.
Xavier Jones, every time he fights now, he puts the Walkman back on, ditches it, and
his motivational music is gone. What do we have for a score in the team match here, Larry?
they did not say. Rufus steps in. Xavier. Xavier gets 2 on the kick. Wisconsin the red, Illinois white. Rufus comes in hard. Good action that time. Rufus took 3rd place in the heavyweights.
He's a good fighter, Larry. He's a very good fighter. You see, he's strong, and he really makes his opponent work.
That time, no punch, no score. 5-3, Illinois is on top.
5-3, Illinois.
High, they'll score that to Xavier.
Xavier got a kick.
Got him in, 2 more. Rufus in, Xavier, good speed getting out of there.
They are mixing it up.
No points scored. They're going after it, taking it down.
Yeah, they are. Rufus is a tough fighter.
He's fired up.
Okay, we have a little equipment problem.
Get the glove off, switch gloves quickly.
Keith Shook is giving one of his gloves.
Rufus in hard.
Right, looks like he got a kick into the back of the neck. Yes.
He did, too.
Looks like Wisconsin needs the points.
Jones is quick, ducking those kicks. I think Rufus got a point in there.
I think Jones came back. Yeah, he came back there with the punch.
Chasing him out.
It's a powerful kick.
Power, you heard it snapping all the way up here.
2 points on the kick. What's the score we have now? Looks like Wisconsin 7, Illinois 6. Is that correct? We'll have to get a confirmation on that score. Ten to 7. Illinois is leading by 3 points. Thank goodness we have Rick Rufus down there telling us what's going on.
Now we have
Edgar Mascara against Larry Tankson. Larry Tankson, of course, out of Chicago. We got Edgar Mascara, the Kenosha Karate Club.
Edgar gets a point that time.
This is one of my people. Edgar took a kick. And he said, oh, that felt good.
He got 2 that time. Larry Tankson. I'll tell you, there's a lot of enthusiasm going in this, Larry.
Edgar's going to have to try and muscle him.
Edgar's going to get a warning that time for chasing him out.
I'll tell you what it's going to boil down to. Neil Stolzmark is going to have to pull him out. You got to hope that Larry Tankson doesn't pile up too much of a lead.
And another point for Larry Tankson. He's adding them up.
I think that was a 2-pointer. Edgar may have gotten that one in. He may have gotten a 2-point kick in. Yes, he did. 2-point kick. Larry didn't like that one. I think he had the groin kick in. See if they give it a call. Well, Ricky Rufus sure thought so.
Coming in with the upper hand.
I believe. Now we
split on that.
No confirmation.
Edgar outside, going to give him a warning that time. Coming in hard, good
kick. Was in.
Good kick.
I think the kick was in. They're going to hold up time a minute. Edgar got walloped.
Both are getting a warning for excessive contact. 1 point for Larry.
That was a pretty triple kick he threw up there. Pretty triple kick.
Larry's really racking up the points now.
This is a tough fight. Well, for what it's worth, Lair, I think we would have stood a better chance had Rick Rufus been able to fulfill the commitment to fight. But like you know, he hurt his elbow and he was not able to do it, because otherwise you would have been seeing Ricky Rufus fighting Larry Tankson. That would have been a fun fight.
And we'll get the tallied up score now.
(17-10).
17-10 now. Illinois
it's up to Neil. Neil Stolzmark's going to have to try and pull us out of this.
Neil's going to have to go nuts now. Who's his opponent?
Yes.
Neil gets a punch in there.
That's one.
Oh, big roundhouse. Got him. Well, now it's heating up. Now it's heating up, folks. They'll settle them down quickly. Settle them down. Excessive contact.
See, they're friends. Look at that. That's good. That's martial arts. It got heated up, and they got out there and said, "Hey, this is for fun."
This is one of the most competitive events we've seen all day long.
Sure
They're really
is.
going after it.
Well, Neil knows Wisconsin needs the points.
Now
Neil-
Rick's telling him, when
Neil-
I say stop, Monta, stop.
That's it. And he says, when I say stop, I mean stop. That looked like that
Neil
was
got that in.
They're not going to call it, though.
No. Two of the officials say no.
I don't even know what to call that one. They call that one for Art Mueller. That's Art Mueller out of Chicago, actually Aurora. And you got Neil Stolzmark out of Madison. No, actually, he's out of Milwaukee, a little suburb just this side of Milwaukee.
Art is on the defense now, running away. Neil's.
Well, Art's trying to make sure his points don't get scored against him. And Neil's trying to get the points back.
And Neil will get 1 point out of that, I believe. Big kick, nothing landed. He might have got him with a back fist. See what the officials say.
No point.
No block.
No
They're gonna say
point.
it got blocked.
I think that was a good ridge hand in there.
It is. 1 point for Neil.
That was
in.
a
Let's see if it
dramatic
counts.
spinning kick. Did you see that?
Got it right on the midsection. They do. They will give him 2 on that.
Larry, I heard you go, ooh, when he did that.
Felt it.
All right, another kick
He
in.
got that up in the nose. Art's saying he blocked it, but the officials say no. They're going to give him 2. They're ready to go after it. Rufus has to jump out of the way.
All right,
Spinning
another
back
kick in. They're going to call it? No.
No connect. Try to go over the top, and I think he was out that time.
We have got a heated up team match here. Time has been called.
Call time. Let's see what the score is. Boy, that was a dandy. And we'll get the team score for you quickly. It's going to be tight right now. It's going to be tight. 20-17, Illinois on top.
Spaceman Guy Lee Fields out of Madison, Wisconsin versus Tom Jakubczyk. Tom, national rated senior fighter. Tom is out of, I believe he's out of Aurora these days.
Tom is on the left. And Spaceman in the headgear and a nice face mask with the teeth, drawn in teeth on it. He got it in. See what the officials say. Spaceman should have got 2 out of this. No. Thought he had a nice kick to the groin.
I'll tell you what, Larry, we got to get you down there to do some judging.
Just we're up here. We got a nice vantage point where we get to see
I think Spaceman got that point in. We'll see.
He did. He got 2. We're going to give Spaceman 2.
They hope the whole time while this controversy is going on. Well, I'm not exactly sure what the argument's about.
Two,
you know,
two judges say 2. Rick Rufus said majority. He also gave 2.
Well, will we ever find out?
Marino scored 1. The judge in the upper right scored 2. Rufus scores 2. It says majority is 2.
From what I can see,
you might have created a monster here.
It appears as if Ricky Rufus has said that's just 2 points and that's all there is to it.
Spaceman low, trying to get in there. Blocked.
That was in. Spaceman got that one in, but they're not going to call it.
No, they're not going to give it to him.
No, they're not going to call it.
Any points scored on that? No. Well,
yeah.
We're going to give White. White 1.
Like
White 2. We got it 2 in there. Illinois, 2 more points. Spaceman dumped him on a kick to the groin.
2 points to Spaceman. All right.
Got him on a kick down. See if they'll give him the kick or one.
I'll tell you
We'll
what.
give him two.
I've never seen Spaceman quite fight like this.
He's pumped.
Now, I fought Spaceman twice. Last 2 times I fought him, I beat him. I'll be honest with you, if he'd been fighting like this, I think I would have bowed out. Okay, we got a little controversy going on. The tournament director's getting out there, and
he's explaining the points.
Well, what he's doing is he's explaining to him what is and what isn't. And what he's saying is that he just doesn't want any more arguments about points. You have to understand something. Team fighting is so intense, it is so competitive, that if you don't give it your all, you might as well not have the competition. These people want to win. They want to win real bad.
Wisconsin does pick up 2 points. Going to be running close to the time limit here in the final match. They'll line both teams up, and we'll get the final score. And I think Team Wisconsin may have won it.
Well, I sure hope they tell us.
I think Team Wisconsin's won it. Spaceman put on an exhibition.
Do you think he pulled it out, Larry?
I do. I think he did.
Well, I'll tell you what, if he did, you can give him a lot of credit, but let's give the credit where the credit is due. Neil Stolzmark. Neil came out there and he fought like his life depended on it.
We'll get the final score. Rick Rufus will give it to us.
We have a tie.
We do have a tie.
Neil Stolzmark and Larry Tankson, 24-24 tie.
24 apiece.
Now, I'll tell you, was that a nice comeback, Larry? Was that a nice comeback?
You gotta like it.
Everybody put their best in. They put their best. Wisconsin decided that their best was Neil Stolzmark. I have to agree. And obviously, Larry Tankson is the best out of Illinois.
This is it. The final 2 minutes. This is going to decide it. Power and speed.
This is a lightweight against a heavyweight, and it looks like the heavyweight, yes, got the
push
point
in that time.
We got a 1-point lead for Team Wisconsin. I don't think there are any points
outside. Warning to Wisconsin.
Yeah, tell them to stay in there. Larry Tankson is no pushover. There isn't a man in the world that he's afraid of, I can tell you right now.
See if they're going to get a point. They are. Thought he got the block up. Thought Neil got the block up.
We got 1-1.
One apiece. Tried for the sweep kick and then laid it in.
Did he get it, though, Larry? Did he get it?
No, they're going to give it to Larry. That time Neil got it in.
Yeah, I think Neil got in with that.
Neil got that left hand in that time. 2 apiece.
I told you, Neil Stolzmark, one of the finest point fighters in the country.
They're going to give Larry another point on that, 3-2.
Oh, it picked him off coming in. Now, they're going to call it. Yes, they're going to call it. Pick him off coming in.
3 apiece.
Tank was out of bounds.
Nothing there. They're not going to call that one.
Do we really have the score right now?
I have 3 apiece.
Well, my scorekeeper says that Illinois is ahead by 1. Is that the way you see it?
When the judge saw the kick,
Rufus got a little irritated with that call being made. He thought it was on the hip.
Want to see the action go. They're going to give that split.
Looks like it goes to Larry Tankson.
Rick Rufus is going to give it to Larry Tankson.
Team Illinois.
Team Illinois unofficially is defeated.
That was a great
Wisconsin.
fight. That was a great fight. Great team fight.
Team Illinois takes it here. We're going to take a quick time out and be back with a word to wrap it up with Rick Rufus right after this on Kenosha Cable 34.
Well, to wrap it all up here, we grabbed Rick Rufus, who is now the new middleweight, I guess, world champion or champion of our planet, I guess you could say. And you're one of the Battle of Atlanta, and it's got to be a thrill for you, Rick.
Yes, it is. It's something I've always dreamed of. The picture on the wall, I guess they should say, it really was a great accomplishment for me, and I see bigger and better things in the future coming up.
Of course, one of the things that has to be in your future is maybe unifying the title with John Longstreet.
I definitely see myself getting together this summer with Bob Thunder Thurman, a man that I was supposed to fight at the Battle of Atlanta. It didn't work out, but I see us getting together with him in July or August, and definitely getting together with John Longstreet to unify the title to become the undisputed champion.
About some of the area fighters here, you got to be impressed with some of the action today here, Rick.
Oh, definitely. It's I used to be out here myself, and the action here was nonstop. There's a lot of good up-and-coming young fighters, very quick and very elusive.
Where are you seeing a lot of the talent come from, Rick, though, as far as around the United States?
Well, I guess Illinois is known as a capital. I guess the South is really, they bring up a lot of good fighters. I don't get out to see that many point tournaments anymore because of my career, but from what I saw when I was out, it had to be the Midwest area and the South area.
Rick, we want to wish you the best of luck. Thanks for stopping with us, and we know you got to get running. We're going to wrap it up here from the 3rd Annual Wisconsin Classic. For Bill Shook, this is Larry Reitler saying thanks for watching and good night. Again to Madison. So Brian Wolf doing a great job on him. Baker leaning. Well, we got two things to call here now. We're going to have a foul on Mosky, and we possibly could have a goaltend. Let's wait and see as Ron Meyer checks in.
That's what Coach Caruso wants for Elmhurst.
They're going to give him 2 shots. Well, seeing it from the vantage point that we had, Dan, I got to believe that was a goaltend call. Rudd Zelanik into the ball game. Nonetheless, it'll put Art Baker on the line to shoot 2. And Art has had himself a whale of a second half. He's got 12 points here in the second half. Ron Meyer, with 8:33 left, is going to have to give himself off from the 3-point range. Baker's second try. He can't get that one, and Meyer with a rebound. Carthage down by 10. Can't waste any more time here. They've got to get down and put the ball up. Wolf wants to drive, setting off a screen into Shepard. He wanted to go for the jam on the tap. Fouls on man. Demetrius now got to go to the line and hit the throws. Follows on Craig Mann. That's his second. Well, Dan, you got to be impressed with 8:20 left here, even though Redmond down by 10. You got to be happy and impressed with the way this program is going.
I think it's in a positive direction, Larry. I think they're on an upward swing. Like you said, last year they only won 1 game, and to come back the next year, face adversity, and try to get the 500 mark, if they won here tonight, be a great defeat for Carthage.
Rudd Zelanik draws foul number 3, and you can see the tentativeness in their shot as they're getting the ball up, and they're not
going right after the things that they should do. They're only down by 10. They've got to put the ball right back up and bounce it in. The Big Red over the limit. And the Blue Jays will walk it down to the other end and shoot the bonus. Madison will be on the line. Madison 0 for 2 on his only 2 attempts at the free throw line. High arcing won't go. Wolf with a rebound. Brian Wolf, get a look at Kevin McCarthy, head coach. Wolf with the drive, kickoff, and a foul will be on Madison on the ground, and Wolfie will go a chance to shoot the bonus.
And I don't believe Wolf has scored yet. So the senior here, the only senior on Carthage's roster.
Wolf on the line. Brian will get the bonus, the lefty. Take a roll. Madison skies to get that rebound. Remains a 10-point gap in favor of Elmhurst. Fenton looks inside. Nice pass. Good dish off to Clarence Simmons, and he's got 2. 8 points for Clarence. That's a big hoop right now.
See our angle.
And this is truly our vantage point. As we got some action down at this end, let's see what the foul call is. They call it on number 42, Jim Wheel. That's his 4th. And we'll put Brian Wolf again on the line. And a hello to Billy Aiello out there, who's attending the ball game.
And he's a brother of assistant coach for Carthage, Dick Aiello.
Well, if you're not familiar with Kenosha Sports Talk, you see the graphic right there. You could join me every Sunday night at 10 o'clock following the 8-point ball game. 8 o'clock ball game. Might be 10 o'clock, might be a little bit after 10, but call up with Kenosha Sports Talk, show designed for you. Of course, March 15th, we'll be at TG's Live, TG Sports Bar. Dan McGonigal will be in Texas.
I'll be basking in the sun.
On a drug charge. No, he'll be there on vacation.
Gonna go see a good friend of mine in high school.
Wolfie connects on both. Here's the red man within 10 again. Going to use some clock now, 7:28 remaining. Shot clock on 30. Wheel looks inside for Simmons. Good defense by Shepard. Spins it around. Shepard wants a turnaround jumper, in and out. Rebound Meyer. Damon Ferrer into the ball game. Good outside shooter. Trying to get Meyer free. Shepard out on top. And around Meyer. Turnaround jumper short. Meyer kicking the rebound. He's on the back. Well, Ryan Meyer is done. That's his 5th personal foul. And not a way he wanted to close out the season. As we'll walk it down to the other end and shoot free throws. Ryan Meyer, boy, Dan, what a season he's had, though. He's been the blood and guts for Carthage College.
He really has. He's a catalyst of this ball club, and we've seen on the stat sheet on Thursday night when he played North Central, he's been almost the leading scorer in, I say, a good percentage of their ball games, and he's coming back next year, and I'm sure he'll have a fine year. And Art Baker did something I really liked here. Larry went all the way to the bench, told Ron Meyer he played a good